Hi, if you are watching this video, then you have for some reason, by no mere coincidence, stumbled upon my channel. My name is Franz Winter Halder, and today I will be discussing something that has happened in recent years today, which has already struck up quite a controversy within the usual typical media outlets, as well as the general populace as a whole. What am I specifically referring to? Well, before I get into the whole detail of what is really going on, we have to go back in time a bit. Now, every type of system in the world government systems are run by a certain group of people, whether they are directly influencing, indirectly influencing, or they are just there to be a puppet per se. But the strings are being pulled. It is all a pyramid. The working class, middle class, upper class, and then the elites and whatnot, military fits into there somewhere. Today, some may say it was a tragedy, others are celebrating. There has been a death which will possibly and inevitably will impact the lives of many Americans as well as any country as a whole. A man by the name of David Rockefeller has passed away at the age of 101 years of age due to heart problems. Yes, it is a terrible loss and it is very, very conflicting to say the least. Many people have their views, many people have their own opinions of him. My job is not to pick a side, or rather, pick and choose who is right and who is correct. Rather, present the information and let you guys decide, what do you think. Now, if you want to know who David Rockefeller was, I can give you a bit of background. Mr. Rockefeller was an American banker who was chairman and chief executive of Chase Manhattan Corporation. Not only that, but he had more business with a few other things which I'm not probably able to discuss, but what you should know about him is that many saw him as a very, very evil and wicked man. In others' opinion, the Rockefeller family is one of the most evil families in American history. In part with William Rockefeller, father of John D. Rockefeller, who founded Standard Oil, a snake oil salesman. These are opinions of other people. I am presenting them. I do think he was a businessman. I do think there was corruption. I am not at liberty to pick sides, simply present the information. There has been serious allegations against Mr. Rockefeller, as well as the DuPonts, as well as the Rothschilds, but that is an entirely different matter. What he really stood for was that the medical use of natural herbs and other non-patentable forms of medical treatments, which had been effective for thousands of years, were occasionally banned by Rockefeller's medical establishment. Cures for cancer were vigorously rooted out, suppressed, and banned as well. I'm quoting someone. To put it into better context, this man obviously had connections to some type of industry, a lot of industries, just like anyone who's in the business of money. You have connections to the law groups. You have connections to the healthcare system. You have connection to the banks. He was the bank. And with all those connections, power, comes and goes, what have you. Now, I'm a strict believer in if oppression is affecting a society as a whole, we have the unalienable right to assume our positions and make a change for better or for worse. Because I think we are long overdue, my personal opinion, for a change of government. Now, the information on Mr. Rockefeller goes on, and I really do not want to bore some of the new viewers as well as some of the viewers that already know what I'm talking about. This is just a generalized opinion slash indication, inclination, inclusion of facts, which has already been discussed at many great lengths. Now, To quote one person on the dreaded Facebook, which I am a part of under, the strict surveillance, said, "Why are we celebrating? It's too soon. Yes, I'm elated that he's dead, but his son is still alive and will simply take over the family business and continue the reign over the family business, and his family has plagued this earth with until now." He did a bit of weird wording. Until we take power away from the one percenters, there is nothing to celebrate. And partly, I agree with that. Until we really establish what really needs to be done, really take away power from the people that are oppressing us, have been oppressing us, have been playing us like the pawns that we truly are. It is all a chess game to them. We will never truly be free. But the people are scared and the people are confused. And that is what I think stems. My personal opinion, I do not like the central banks, as did Kennedy, as does Mr. Trump, which he has mixed views on. Mr. Rockefeller had ties to the central banks and much, much more. Basically, population control and a lot of other things, as well as quote-unquote pulling the strings. Now, I believe that when you talk about certain things, you have to put it in the context of what it is relating to. When I refer to one percenters, I'm not strictly talking about, business owners or small business owners, although that is a whole different discussion I may get into at a later time. These are not one percenters. These are 0.0001 percenters. They are the quote-unquote elites, the ones that do everything. These have nothing to do with the guys that are raking in at least $2 million a year. They are tied to them, but they are in no way of the same form. And I just wanted to make this short video to alert the people. I mean, you might have already seen it on TV. For those that are just tuning in, yeah, he's dead. And we shall see what should happen. But like I said, the people will rise again. One down, a few more to go. Even if the family maintains links and control, they will do things significantly different. And the people have more say now than ever. Beat your oppression. Fuck the central banks. John F. Kennedy did not die in vain. Progress must continue. Or start. Remember, to quote the Bible, although I'm not religious, idle hands are the devil's plaything. And not just for the USA, but globally. United we stand, divided we fall. This same motto should apply to everyone worldwide, any country. I mean, isn't that what NATO exists for? Or the UN? That's a bit of a laugh, right? But I mean, if you follow in that theocracy, they exist for a reason. Where there is a will, there is a way. I also believe that we are headed toward a socialist heat wave, similar to what Poland faced, but in a different context. And that's the thing about such matters. You need to talk about it in the context given, and people take things out of context. Now, will all this happen? Am I just speaking too soon? Possibly, yes, but more often than not, no. I think during the years of 2025 to 2075, and even 2055 at an earlier date, we will be undergoing extreme political reform, extreme awakening, and people will once again try to see, hey, why are we like this? Why don't we fight? Because at the end of the day, the 1%ers or 0.001 percenters are just a few, a dime a dozen. They might very well be at least 1,000 people or more. But don't quote me on these numbers. Humans, the lower class, middle class, people who are not the ruling elite, even the military, even the cops, everyone just follows orders. If everyone would come together, agree, we would see that we are long overdue for a governmental reform, and it should be done. Because you know what? When becomes the law, the revolution is what restores order. And, well, I just wanted to get your guys' opinions on these things. Let me know what you think. Do you really think that Mr. Rockefeller's son will handle things in a different manner? Do you feel sorry for the loss of it? By all means, it is a human being. No matter what the human being does, he's still human. We owe it to them to feel a bit of sympathy. Yet also, for his past actions, it makes it quite contradictory. Nothing is quite black and white. There's always a gray area. Also, what do you guys think about the socialist uprising in Poland in regards to how we're living today in the USA? Also, where are you guys from? Do you see any of the same types of political reforms going on? You know, non-Western. I'm talking to all my people who are commies or communists. You know, the ones that are from North Korea, South Korea, China, Russia. What do you guys think? Is this the mass propagandization of media outlets, and will it ever stop? Well, I hope you guys leave some comments. Let me know what you think, and as always, my name is Franz Winterhalter, and yeah, I know my bandana kept falling off, but yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and remember, always, power to the people. Signing off, this has been Franz Winterhalter. Later.